Sorry guys, you can't see that well. I'm behind a window, top floor, but just to give you guys an idea of what it's like out here right now.
I'm gonna call 911. They might still answer. Cause I really like playing with it. Or she can wait to see if they'll go out on his phone. No, it's ready. So I'm calling 911.
Oh my god! Oh my god! There it goes. Right on their house.
Holy sh**. I have been saying for so long that that tree needed to go. Oh my god. Thank God that did not land on our house.
I think about us, things are shit like that. Like we're like that. Like that street is.
Coming through the trees over there. You gotta get over here.
Wow, Irma's no joke. Brickell, they evacuated us in the hotel, and the streets of Brickell look like
wow, esto es desde la ventana de mi cuarto. La calle, wow.
Wow, it's really windy out here.
Respect my military. Squeezing my Lamborghini like a Professor Club. My pocket's getting fatter. I need like oh such a done. Tell me touchdown.
blowing hard here now. Things are really starting to move. I'm on the southwest corner of this property. So wind's coming from the northeast. So I can't imagine what the other side of this neighborhood looks like right now. But the small branches starting to fall. Wind is really coming through. Keep thinking trees are going to start breaking any minute, but they really hold up. Not sure how.
Put you guys on hold for a second while I use the washroom. Nice. All right, welcome back. Sorry guys. I don't know what's gonna happen with Almirada, sis. We'll see though. I think Dad's restaurant, there's a good chance it should be just fine. That building's pretty good. He's on the first floor, so if there's any roof damage, it shouldn't affect him too much. I have everything that I'm in now is concrete. Things have been picking up. We're kind of really at the teetering point here of the storm, with the eye being directly west of us. But all my friends and family out there, I love you guys. We're all safe here, no worries. I'll do another checkup, a couple hours or so. And hopefully it'll be a lot nicer. It'll start to come down. We'll still see some of this wind. We'll still see some of the flooding. But hopefully we'll get to a point here in a little bit around, you know, anywhere from 2 to 6 to where I can kind of get outside and walk around the house and kind of show you a 360 view of what's going on around the house, what's broken, what's not. So you guys, no matter where you're from, whatever, feel free to share the video with friends and family, online, news, whatever. This is where we're at, Key Largo. So we're right off of Barracuda.
Probably went 6 feet over. Last 6 feet, I'd say we had about 4 feet of surge, but it's slowly going down right now.
we're bunkered down here in a 3-story concrete building. This is my girlfriend's father, Fran. His friend Fran. We're at her house right now. She does have an upstairs roommate who decided to leave, so that might be Renee. Recording from your shower right now. It's too crazy to go outside. I think we're past that. This is literally the worst part so far of the storm. As you guys can see, it's probably about 120 right there. What's nice about where I'm staying is all this wind in the house that I'm staying is getting blocked by another huge concrete structure behind me. So this house is sorry guys, just losing some service here and there. You guys can see. Yeah, Marathon, from Marathon on south, I can't even comment on what the conditions may be, just not good. Thoughts and prayers that everyone's still safe down in Marathon, even though they probably are underwater. They got hit a lot worse than we did. I know we're not out of the water yet. That's picking up. We get some major wind gusts. Waters are still going up. Here in Key Largo. This is Adams Cut in Key Largo, Florida. You guys see all sorts of stuff floating. I don't have the greatest view here behind a window. I'm trying my hardest, guys. But you see this house right here just got water all in their first floor. It's completely flooded now. So that house is the house is done. You know, jet skis washing up out of nowhere. This guy's lucky. Trying, guys, I'm trying here. Renee, the boat is doing great. This is just for you, Miss Coleman. Your boat's been hanging in there. I'll tell you what. I think, I don't want to say anything one way or another, but I won't be too long. This might be my last update before I can go outside. We're at like mile marker 103, 104 over here, right on Adams Cut. But I haven't at one point felt unsafe in this house, even next to this window right here. The only time I did feel unsafe was when my dumbass went outside for 5 minutes. And the wind wasn't even that bad. It was just a matter of getting back into the house, with the entry of the house being pretty much getting battered right now. It's on the other side. But we're all hanging in here. You know, I know there's some other people that may not be faring as well as we are right now. It's one of the reasons why a lot of us stayed to check in on stubborn neighbors who didn't want to leave because of pets, or in my particular case, I have one neighbor that didn't want to leave because of her birds, which may have left before her. So a lot of people were praying for right now. I have a friend up the road who's doing well. I've been in constant communication. Most of the keys, I want to say, lost power. There are still some places that have power. Woo! Picking up right here, guys. It's probably gust up to 130. So yeah, it's picking up, man. The water's flowing like whitewater rapids. You could, if you were to launch your canoe in the house, you'd be spit out on the other end. So looking behind a window here, so I'm trying my hardest to keep the best video quality possible. You know, seen a lot of this going on, a lot of jet skis, but a lot of boats are doing well, you know. So I think a lot of people are just very happy that we didn't get hit with a direct 5, Cat 5 direct hit on Key Largo, which would have been a little bit of a different story. You know, and all the windows in this house are strong. There's only 2 windows that we have which do not have shutters on them, this being one of them. Yeah, but it is super thick. Try to clean it up for you guys some. You know, I've been seeing a couple of boats headed out that may never be seen again. So there are some boats out there being wrecked. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Key Largo, but the Key Largo Princess, which is at the Holiday Inn, between the Holiday Inn and the Courtyard Marriott, that boat broke free a couple of hours ago, and it's sitting there beating up on all the boats over there at the Port Largo Canal. So that's really not good. That's a big problem that's going on right now with this wind and the damage that's happening as we speak. That's not a chair, guys. That's debris that the wind caught up. You guys can see it's starting to pick up a little bit here and there, and this, we're hoping this is the brunt of it. This is the worst it gets for Key Largo here. We probably have another couple hours of this, and then we'll start dealing with all the, you know, directional wind change. All this water that you guys see floating, for me this is the scariest part, is this water down here. But all this water that you guys see flowing down here, all of that is flowing this way. You guys can't see well, but, and you know, there's a good chance in a couple of hours all that water is going to reverse and start coming the other way for the next couple of days. You know, we got, let's see if I can get a good picture of it. Probably not, guys, you have to apologize. You see you got boats washed up, and but everything and a lot of the houses are doing really well. From what I'm seeing right here, I'm not seeing a lot of loss of shutters. I saw a roof go down the waterway not too long ago, but it didn't look like a major house roof. It could have been a large shed roof or something as such. But just to show you guys what's happening down here in Key Largo, this is Hurricane Irma, Key Largo edition. We're hanging in there. It's blowing pretty good. The water's pretty high, but so far it's not. It is life-threatening if you're in the wrong place, but for me right now, where I'm at, I do not feel like my life is threatened right now. Anything could happen, of course, at the flip of a coin, deciding to stay here and help, but so is jumping out of a plane. So which I did last week. So it is what it is. The Princess is a very large boat. It's the largest boat really hunkered down in Port Largo Canal. It's a maybe 50-60 feet glass bottom boat, 2-story, so it has a lot of windage. And it doesn't have a large keel or anything which holds it or weights it in the water, so it's very susceptible for high wind movement. It gets pushed around a lot by the wind, and right now it's just kind of, sorry guys about the video, I'm trying. You guys are asking about Key West. In my mind, picture this times 2 in Key West. They're gonna have horrible damage. You know, of course, as always, a lot of the structures down here in the Keys are built well, but Key West is it's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna be a long time before the Lower Keys comes back from this one, and I'm hoping, God forbid I'm wrong, I'm hoping I'm wrong. Just from what we're seeing here in Key Largo. And this isn't even the worst part of the storm, guys. We're just getting the outer band of that inner wall. We really didn't even get hit with anything really severe out of the walleye, or the eye, or the wall of the eye walleye. We can do some walleye fishing. So we got pretty lucky here in Key Largo so far. And I know you guys are looking at this thinking, how the hell is that lucky? You know, but it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. And that's kind of what happened to Marathon through Key West. So thoughts and prayers out for anybody who decided to stay in their property. You guys can see it's really picking up. Trying to work with this window here, guys, to give you guys the best picture. You know, I can't tell you this is my first storm. I don't know if this is the worst of it. As far as wind goes, this should be about the worst of it. You guys can see visibility has gone down some since I started this video, and that's really just due to the wind picking up. Yeah, there's a lot of tarpon I've seen rolling, believe it or not. We're still seeing some damn fish swimming through this water, which really goes to say something. I've seen birds flying around. Crazy. And that's, somebody just mentioned, the water particles in the air moving around. The one thing, I've been through a lot of snowstorms, not hurricanes, and that's what this more reminds me of, snow getting pushed across the surface. That's how fast the water's moving across the moving across the bay here, across the cut. Key Largo Park. I'm not sure, guys. I haven't been able to leave. I haven't been able to leave the house the past, say, 12 hours. Last night, before it started picking up around midnight, was probably the last time I really went outside. I tried going outside this morning. It's just too dangerous. There's a lot of stuff flying around. So, and you know, people can say the news hyped this up a lot. They had every right to. You know, given what we're seeing right now and given what happened to Key West and Marathon, which we won't even know until tomorrow how bad it is. Last I had heard, the last report I had heard is they were evacuating emergency rescue crew. So I can only imagine if an emergency rescue crew is rescuing themselves, that you guys use your imaginations. There is other people in the neighborhood. You know, I know of several other people that are up the road here. This spot wouldn't be ideal unless you had a 3-story concrete house, which we're in. Just given the proximity to the water. But there are some people who have houses closer to the road, and I've been talking to them. You know, we still have cell phone service here. Some people have power, most don't. But most importantly, we still have communication with the outside world, as you guys are seeing right now. So yeah, we have been able to pretty much keep in contact with everybody that we know that stayed down, and everybody's hanging in there. Everybody's doing well. Reporting, you know, lots of damage to trees and boats and whatnot, but as far as most structures seem to be doing okay. Doing pretty good here. You know, I think my boss Bruce just joined. Bruce, I'm not too far from your house. If you want, I'll check on the boat when this is all said and done, either later tonight or tomorrow morning, and give you a call. And you know, you guys got to remember the keys, everything, unless, you know, mostly everything that's built in the keys was built for this, what we're looking at right now. And after Hurricane Andrew, it became law, where if you're going to build something down here, you got to build it to be able to withstand this. So a lot of the damages that you will see to a lot of these structures are going to be older houses that are stick built. Perhaps they weren't on the water like this, so they decided not to use concrete for their roofing or whatever. And those houses are more susceptible to damage than a lot of everything else we're seeing. And you know, we'll see what happens to other storms, but for right now, this is, you know, you can only do one thing at a time. And one thing I'm learning is just being in a storm like this is it's really just taking it hour at a time. You know, we're kind of stuck in here, which sucks, but and you know, I wish I can get you guys better feed. If I was outside, you guys wouldn't be able to hear a thing. Maybe later when the wind calms down, you guys check back with me, probably around 6 p.m. 6 p.m. I should be able to do like an outside update. The wind should come down a lot by then to where it should be safe to go outside. As you guys can see, the wind's picking up. It's kind of become almost white out. So the rain picked up some and the wind picked up, so it's getting a little bit harder to give you guys good video feed. This window, I thought about going outside and trying to clean the window, but that's not going to happen, so I'm sorry guys. As you guys can see, jet skis washing ashore, boats floating away. I watched a couple sailboats lose their sails, came undone, blew away. Right now I am on the east side of Key Largo. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, you're absolutely right, guys. I look at the water here, and that's all I hope to see is water. It sucks when you see roofs and you see boats floating down, and you know that somewhere stuff's getting pretty messed up. And And you know, with all of this, we just want to bounce back and get back to normal as fast as possible. But that's part of living in paradise, is, you know, dealing with some of this stuff. I do know Brian. Brian is the dock master of the Marriott. He's bunkered down with a couple of kids I work with right now at the Courtyard Marriott, which is a 5-story concrete building. They'll be safe in there. You don't have to worry about the flood. And they got interior rooms they could hide out in if any of the windows go in that area. And they have plenty of room. So Brian and a couple of the other kids that I'm in contact with over there, woo, starting to pick up, getting some really good gusts here. And you know what's really made this one dangerous thus far, even for Key Largo or anywhere, is how big it is and how long this has been going on. This has been consistent. You know, I got woken up around 3 in the morning with winds like this, and it's been, there has been no breaks, there has been no lulls. It's been solid raining, solid blowing like this for hours. So waters are going to keep going up until about 3 o'clock is high tide, before it'll start going down again. As you guys can see, a lot of stuff floating. Try to give you guys a good picture over here. And I will say, I will sleep very well tonight once I don't have to hear this wind and the house creaking and groaning. Some roads are flooded and flowing pretty good, some roads aren't. If you guys can look right back here, right behind that boat, that's all water flowing out from the road. You know, you guys see right here, right on that motor, the fence kind of came out. There's the davit, but so that's all water flowing from the behind the house. Underneath us is pretty much underwater, but it's not much water, guys. It's probably a foot or two of water at the base of the concrete columns in the house that I'm at. Sorry guys, video feed's getting a little rough here. The window keeps getting dirtier and dirtier. I'm probably 2 miles from the Marriott, and I'm not in the same building as Brian. But I just got word from them about an hour ago. You know, they might be doing live feed too, guys. I don't know, you guys see some big stuff floating down here. I can't tell you what it is. It looks like a 55-gallon drum, no big deal. Sad though, just more trash in the ocean. I am in an octagonal house. I am inside the house right now, guys. I'm not in the elements right now. I am sheltered very well. You know, I got a poop or anything, it's right here. Still got running water. for all those watching, we're all staying safe down here in Key Largo. I can't see Brian's boat. I saw it about an hour ago. It looked to be just fine then. Tiff, my sister, just chimed in. I don't think Dad's boat's there, Tiff. I think his boat's gone. Given the proximity, he was a lot closer to the storm than we were. But you never know. It's hard to say until we check it out tomorrow. At this point, I don't even know if we're going to be able to get to Isle Morada from Key Largo. I know that you're probably not going to be able to get the Marathon. But the governor was talking to the Navy or whatnot, and they were planning on setting up ships and whatnot so they can get supplies and rescue to Key Largo starting tomorrow. You guys, I don't know. I wish I could show you guys. It's really picked up here the past couple minutes. You know, the house is almost shaking. A 3-story concrete house. You could feel the vibration right here in my hand of the house kind of shaking, and in no way structurally do I think it's becoming non-sound in any way, but just to show you guys the intensity. You know, I just talked to a next door neighbor at my house. I chose not to stay at my house given the fact that it has a wooden roof, and my house is doing fine. The roof's still there. So put you guys on hold for a second while I use the washroom. Nice. All right, welcome back. Sorry guys. I don't know what's gonna happen with Isle Morada, sis. We'll see though. I think Dad's restaurant, there's a good chance it should be just fine. That building's pretty good. He's on the first floor, so if there's any roof damage, it shouldn't affect him too much. I have everything that I'm in now is concrete. Things have been picking up. We're kind of